Hey everyone, my name is Miss Ashley and I am going to be your FIVO Kids Art Academy teacher today. And we are continuing our alphabet series with the letter M. And today's artist is Claude Monet, who was a famous Impressionist artist. Today we are going to be drawing a picture inspired by this picture with a bridge and water lilies. So let's start off with the brand new piece of scratch paper and a pencil. I am going to be using a Sharpie so you can see my lines. We're going to start off with this scratch piece of paper, and you're going to be using a pencil. I'm going to be using a Sharpie so you can see my lines. Now on our scratch piece of paper, we're going to draw a square. And in this square on the top left corner, we're going to draw a smaller square with the letter M inside. Now we're going to finish writing Monet's name by drawing a letter O, N, E, and T. Now, if I'm going a little too fast for you, you can always pause this video. For our next step, we need to draw some bushes. So on the left side, we're going to draw 3 curved lines on the left, 3 curved lines on the right. Now we're going to start our bridge. And for our bridge, we need to go to the left bush and draw a curved line connecting to the right bush. And we're going to draw another curved line. And now we need to draw parts of the bridge by drawing a straight line in the middle, a straight line on the left, and on the right. Now we also need to add some leaves. We're going to draw some curved lines. I would make sure those curved lines are underneath the letters. Now the last thing we need to do is we need to draw the water lilies. And how we're going to do this is we are going to draw 3 U shapes. One is going to be big right here because this lily is closest to us. And we're going to draw a small one that's far away and one that's bigger than the small one but smaller than the big one. All right, that is our practice draw, my friends. We're going to be moving on to our final draw. So let's go ahead and take out a new piece of paper, making sure that it is square. Now my size paper is 7 by 7, but you can go bigger, you can choose smaller. And if you're still working on that practice draw, you can pause this video. For our final draw, we need to draw a square on the top left corner. And we're going to draw the letter M. We need to finish Monet's name, so we're going to draw a letter O, N, E, and T. If you're still writing that name, you can pause this video. I'm going to be moving on to my bushes now. So on the left side, we're going to draw 3 backward C's, 1, 2, 3. Same thing on the right side. This time we're going to draw regular C's. 1, 2, 3. Now for our bridge, we need to go to the bottom of the bushes, and we're going to draw a rainbow curve from the left to the right side. And we're going to do that same thing, but closer to the top of the bushes by drawing a curved line. All right, to complete our bridge, we need to draw a straight line in the middle, a straight line on the left, and on the right. So we should have 3 lines on our bridge. We need to draw some leaves above our bridge. So we're going to be drawing some upside down rainbows. So stretched out U's. Try your best to make sure that those curves are underneath your letters. All right, we need to add those water lilies. On the left side, we're going to draw a U shape. And we're going to draw a smaller one. This one looks like our flower is a little bit farther in the distance. And a medium-sized one. Your picture should look something like this. However, you guys were working in pencil. So now you're going to be grabbing your Sharpie and you will be outlining those pencil lines. So go ahead if you need to pause this video, you can do so and finish tracing over those pencil lines. All right, my friends, let's go ahead and take out our oil pastels. For our oil pastels, we need to color in some flowers. Now, how to color in these flowers? You're going to take 2 colors that are similar to each other. So for example, you could choose orange and yellow, red and orange, pink and purple, or even pink and red. I'm going to show you how to do this. You are going to blend doing this method. You'll first add your color, and then you'll take a lighter color and add it on top by blending. So again, you can do this with orange and yellow, or red and orange, red and yellow. So I'm going to be making my water lilies pink and red. So I'm going to take my red and I'm going to fill in those bottoms of my water lilies. So right now I'm only using red. Once you're done with that red, you can put it away or whatever color you use. And on top, you're going to be using a lighter color by using short up and down motions above the red. But you want to make sure that your lighter color is blending with your darker color. Now for water lilies, you're going to want to take a green color. And we're going to go short, hard strokes back and forth to our water lilies. Now you're going to take that same green, and instead of filling in our bushes, we're just going to do some curly lines. Again, we don't want to fill in these bushes. Nice curly lines. We're scribbling and scribbling. Now you're going to take a lighter green and you're going to do the same thing by scribbling. Again, we don't want to fill in these bushes. We will do that later. Now with the leaves above our bridge, we're going to add short up and down lines. Now we're just going to do this with the same green I was using before. So I'm adding those up and down lines to my picture, only on the leaves. And you can put that green away and take out a darker green and do the same thing. Again, we don't want to fill in those leaves. We will do that later. We need to complete our bridge. So we're going to grab a brown. And what we're going to do is we're going to be tracing over our bridge. And so we're just going to make sure that the line's a little bit thicker. I'm just going back and forth. And we're going to add just a little bit more detail to our bridge. I'm going to get a lighter color like tan, but this time I'm only going to be doing it on the top of the bridge. And I'm going to do it on the top here. And I'm also going to do it on the left side of the railings. We also need to add some ripples into our water. So we're going to grab a blue and we're going to add short left and right lines. All right, that is our last step with our oil pastels. So we're going to be moving on to watercolors. Now for our watercolors, I'm only going to be using one brush today. Now the first thing I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be painting my leaves on top. I like to work from top to bottom. Now the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to pick that green. I can use light green or dark green. I'm going to choose dark green. And I'm first going to be painting my leaves. I'm going to try my best to go around that square with the M inside. And the great thing about watercolors and oil pastels is that they don't mix. So even if we paint over our oil pastels, we'll still be able to see our textures. All right, I'm just adding a little bit more green to make sure it's nice and even. Now I'm still going to be working on my green with the bushes. Now again, remember, we only did scribbling on the bushes, so you should still be able to see some paper. And we're just going to add some more green. All right, I'm just going to add a little bit more green on top. All right, we're going to make sure our brush is super clean. Now I want you to take a look at your picture and now your palette. You should have different shades of blue on your palette. So I've got this nice turquoise blue, I've got blue green, I have dark blue. We're gonna make sure that we're using two different blues, one blue for the top and one blue for the bottom. So I really like the turquoise blue. I think it looks like a nice summer afternoon. So I'm going to use that turquoise blue and I'm going to be painting that above my bridge and in the middle of my bridge. I'm not going to be using it on my water. So pick a blue for your sky and add that again above your bridge and in the middle of your bridge. And it's okay if you paint over it somewhat, just try your best. I'm just spreading that blue around, making sure it's nice and even. I think it's okay if you paint over your bridge. Oil pastels and watercolors don't mix. If you do need to pause the video, you can go ahead and do so. All right. Now for the water, I'm going to make sure to choose a different blue. I have blue green and blue and violet blue. I'm going to use regular blue and I'm going to paint my water. And where the water is, it's below the bridge where the water lilies are floating. I'm just going to make sure to have more blue on that paper. Again, I don't want to see any white spots. I want just a nice even coat of blue. Now I'm going to add one more color to my water. I'm actually going to be adding some red violet. You could do purple, you could do a different shade of blue. And I'm just going to be adding some lines onto my water. And if you would like to, you can wait for your picture to dry. Take out those oil pastels again. And I would use a darker color, but not black. I'm going to choose purple. And I'm going to outline Monet's name. That way I can see Monet's name a little bit better. And you can choose any dark color you'd like. I'm just choosing purple. And that is our final step with our ABC project, the letter M, Monet. Thank you guys for joining today. I hope you had an awesome time. Remember, our artist's name is Monet. Thanks, I'll see you next time. Bye.